In the last few years, as conversations about power have become more common in leadership circles, most of them land in the same place. Power over is the problem. Power with is the goal. And there's some truth in that, but it's a static view. And static views of power don't prepare leaders for the reality of what's going on right now in their companies and in the world, where the dynamics shift overnight. The constraints are real. And the room you're in today is not the room you'll be in next quarter. The leaders I've seen who thrive, the ones who not only get results given all these dynamics, but seem to enjoy the process, are not the ones who chose the right ideology about power. They're the ones who learned to read it accurately in real time and then developed a flexible approach based on what they actually saw. That's the capability at the center of my work. I call it power fluency. Power fluency is the ability to read what's actually happening inside a complex organization, the visible power dynamics and the invisible ones, and to have options for how to act within them. That last part about action matters. This isn't power literacy, which is mostly about reading power dynamics. This is power fluency. It's understanding and speaking the language of power. I'm not going to give you a single prescribed response to what's happening. You're going to create options so that you can move strategically without compromising your values or your wisdom. This is structurally different from what most executive coaching offers, which works on behavior while leaving the underlying architecture of what's going on untouched. The unspoken rules about power and authority that you absorbed long before you had this title from your family, from your community, from the systems that shaped you. These are running in the background of every high stakes decision you make. When they become visible, they become revisable. And that's when leaders stop reacting and start choosing. The leaders I work with don't change because they learned a better framework for power. They change because they developed the capacity to see clearly, act flexibly, and lead entirely as themselves. That is what power fluency makes possible. That is what this work is for.